Welcome to Algomiz. In this Python tutorial, you are going to learn about looping through a list. You have already learned basic list operations. Now we can move on to looping. So firstly, we are discussing on looping through a list using for loop. You can loop through the list items by using a for loop and print all items in the list, one by one. Here we are having a list and which is stored in a variable called myList. We have a few items in the list. Here I am using a for loop to iterate over the list. Each element in the list is represented by x. When we iterate over the list, it prints out each items of a list each time. So we have all the list items in the output. You can also loop through the list items by referring to their index number. In a list, each element holds an index number starting from 0. Here we can use two functions named range and length. Here consider I am taking range of 5. It will print out numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it excludes 5. So range function returns a sequence of numbers in a given range excluding the given number. The length function returns the number of items in an object. When the object is a string, the length function returns the number of characters in the string. Here we take a list called myList, which have a few names as its items. Now if we want to iterate through this list, we can opt a for loop. In this for loop I represents the index number. I am taking index counts from range of 3. So I will get 3 from length of my list, that is 3. Now I am printing each element of my list using the index value. Here my list of 0 will give 0th item and so on. You can loop through the list items by using a while loop. Use the length function to determine the length of the list, then start at 0 and loop your way through the list items by referring to their indexes. Remember to increase the index by 1 after each iteration. Let us see an example. Here we have a list and which have 3 items in it. When we use a while loop, first initiate it using a variable. Here I equals 0 expression initiates while loop. We have our condition in the next line, such as I need it to iterate until 3. That is the length of my list, and in the next line I should say what I want to do with the while loop. Here I need it to print list items using index number, so index value will start from 0 and it continue till length of the list. That part we are doing in the next line called incrementing the I. Here I can write I equals I plus 1 and which in short is I plus equals 1. So our while loop will give all the element from index 0 to index 2. List comprehension offers the shortest syntax for looping through lists. Here I have a list with 3 items. And a shorthand for loop will print all items in this list. This is how list comprehension is written. We will be having a list and inside that shorthand for loop will come. Here this will print all elements and the elements taken as x, so here x for each x in the list will print out. So this is the end of today's session, but wait, this is only a part of complete Python course. So see you until we meet next time, and thank you for watching.